Lake Heron, and it was never seen again.
For nearly a century, many shipwreck hunters have been searching for her, but her final resting place has remained a mystery until now.
On this, the anniversary date of her disappearance, WZZM 13 is breaking the news of this amazing discovery. Here's Brent Ashcroft with Our Michigan Life. Brent.
Let's start with a quote. As long as one keeps one's mouth shut, there won't be a problem. That quote is from Great Lakes shipwreck hunter David Trotter. He lives by it, certainly did after he made this discovery. Trotter actually found and identified this shipwreck last September, sat on it for 12 months because he wanted to further investigate it. Of the remaining Great Lakes shipwrecks left to locate, this one was on most wreck hunters' bucket list. Well, cross it off that list because the SS Clifton has been found. One fact is certain. She's resting out there in the deep.
Shipwreck hunting is looking at mysteries to be solved.
Somewhere.
There's no guarantee that you will find what you're looking for.
David Trotter knows the wreck game well.
I've run it for 40 years.
He's found many, but one that's eluded him.
A shipwreck will be found when it wants to be found.
Has always been considered one of the undiscovered holy grails.
We had her on our list 30 years ago.
Of the Great Lakes.
It is the last of the missing whalebacks.
September 21st, 1924, the SS Clifton, a 308-foot-long freighter, left Sturgeon Bay, Wisconsin. Destination?
To deliver the aggregate to a facility in Detroit.
She never arrived.
The Clifton was last seen heading south, having made the turn to go down Lake Heron. Somewhere about mid-lake, there was a horrific storm that developed.
An intense gale battered the Clifton, causing her to founder.
When she did not arrive, they began to search for her. Debris and human remains were scattered all over the lake.
The ship was lost with all hands.
She's one of those great unsolved mysteries. That how did a vessel carrying 27 captain and 26 crew simply disappear in 1924 and never discovered?
Wreck hunters have been searching for nearly a century.
If you had to look at the top remaining ships to be found in Lake Heron, Clifton would just be about number one.
Trotter's quest began in 1987.
Lake Heron is 25,000 square miles of surface. Now that means there's an awful lot of water out there to go looking for a given ship that was a little bit over 300 feet long.
3 decades later, his searches have only led him to where the Clifton wasn't.
So I figured I'd missed it. Well, what if I did miss it?
In early fall of 2016,
our last day of survey.
You're on the bottom now.
Trotter and his team were working the lake.
We had another target.
They decided to investigate. When the divers surfaced,
whaleback down there, Dave.
They shared.
You gotta be kidding.
What they saw.
Oh, if you're telling me that's a whaleback, that could be the Clifton.
An awesome dive.
What a discovery. Holy mackerel. This is unbelievable.
Discovered and identified.
My God, we finally found the Clifton.
Summer 2017. Trotter's team made 9 expeditions
to more fully explore this site. Trying to learn exactly what happened and put her over 100 miles away from the last sighting.
Okay, 4 out of 5 in the water.
During their slow descent to the deep, the historic vessel came into view.
She's turned over heavily on her port side, a little more than 45 degrees. And the divers, with great care and skill, managed to weave through parts of the engine room and into other parts of the ship where pipes are hanging, tremendous amount of debris and material. We worked back toward the stern section. We came across the turrets, the spilled open cargo hatches that had gravel or aggregate rolled out onto the floor of Lake Heron. The part of the rudder that was very interesting to us is that we continued to be straight forward. We realized that she had torpedoed toward the bottom, literally perhaps under power, literally crumpling the first 30 or 40 foot of her bow.
This item of significance survived the sinking.
The wheel is still attached today to the Clifton, hanging kind of just delicately, just a couple feet off the floor of Lake Heron.
Back at the surface,
Nobody's been where you've been since 1924 there.
celebration.
That was a cool wreck.
Great piece of history, isn't it?
Trotter is far from finished with the Clifton. More expeditions are in store.
Historical records will validate much of the information we have pulled up and will provide to historians regarding the site.
What is finished?
Nice looking event down there.
The near century-long search.
It's one of the last great mysteries on the lakes, and we've managed to solve it.
Man, is that wreck footage stunning. If you want to see more of it, go to our website right now, WZZM13.com. We've uploaded several minutes of the raw video of the Clifton dives. By the way, a closed suitcase was found on the Clifton during one of the dives. Trotter hopes to retrieve it, open it, and check out its contents. Certainly has the potential to be more exciting than when Geraldo Rivera opened Al Capone's vault, what was it, 20 years ago? Unbelievable shipwreck discovery for Michigan, guys.
Well, as the diver said, a great piece of history. That says it all.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
It is. And this is going to be bonkers for a lot of people that this thing has been found.
No question about it.
Brent, thank you very much.
Absolutely.
In a world filled with technology, Spectrum delivers.